I got this 2002 Chevy Tahoe here. Did an oil pan gasket on a couple weeks ago, and the customer complains that it's leaking, I don't know, like a quart of oil every couple days. So I'm gonna try to maybe add some smoke to this, get that access cover off, see if we can find out where it's leaking. So guys, I got my smoke machine hooked up. Got it going into the dipstick tube. Hopefully that stays there. And then I have it hooked up to one of my Odyssey batteries. This thing's awesome because it's small and it has a reserve capacity of 60 minutes. So I can run my smoke machine for over 60 minutes off that battery, rather than using the snap-on ones that last like 10 minutes. Or wondering if a customer's car battery will hold it. So I'll let this go for a little bit. Fill up some smoke. Actually, just noticed the PCV valve. Looks like a PCV valve. It's just hose is just laying here. So I guess I'll block that off and reattach it, and we'll go from there. Guys, I had a piece of hose there, and I crimped off this hose for now. And it looks like we're still at full flow, so I'm gonna lift this up, see if we can find anything. Guys, I've had the smoke machine on now probably for like half an hour. It appears that all the oil that's been leaking, because I had cleaned this, well, tried to clean it up pretty good. It's like everything's from the oil pan down. I went in here with my scope, the bore scope. I was looking at the back of the pan. Seemed wet inside. So I'm assuming the back of the pan didn't seal right. Just seems like everything from this bolt right here back is wet. I guess I'll replace the pan gasket again. Maybe I can see an issue when I drop it down. These aren't that fun to do, the oil pan, since you gotta lower the front differential. So, see how it goes. Guys, I've had the smoke machine on now probably for like half an hour. It appears that all the oil that's been leaking, because I had cleaned this, well, tried to clean it up pretty good. It's like everything's from the oil pan down. I went in here with my scope, the bore scope. I was looking at the back of the pan. Seemed wet inside. So I'm assuming the back of the pan didn't seal right. Just seems like everything from this bolt right here back is wet. I guess I'll replace the pan gasket again. Maybe I can see an issue when I drop it down. These aren't that fun to do, the oil pan, since you gotta lower the front differential. So, see how it goes. I think the leak might have been where the RTV is over here. Not 100% sure. Because this whole back has oil on it, and so does the pan. Plus it's just a bad gasket. So I put RTV everywhere the seams are. So maybe I'll clean out the seams for the rear main seal cover and redo it.
Well, they got machines that you can just...
Usually don't have a problem with anything leaking.
Yeah, that's what our machines do.
But
They glue and strap.
See what happens when I clean this up. I also dropped the front differential down a lot lower than I did last time. So I'll get this cleaned up and we'll go from there. It was pretty clean anyway when I took it off. I'm going to wipe it off again before I put it on. Got this all clean. And that's gas. And this piece. Got all new gaskets. Not really sure why it was leaking. But shouldn't this time, or at least if it does, it's definitely not coming from the pan. I don't really know of any other way to find out where it's leaking from. I do know that the customer said when he parks on his driveway, which is a steep hill, that it leaks worse. So put this back up. I'll drive it around, see if it's got any leaks. So guys, this is a new gasket right here. Just took it out of the Velcro box. That's what it looks like. I think I found out why it might have leaked. Here on the ends, it's physically thinner on the corners. I don't know if you guys can see that. It actually gets thinner where you put our TV. It's kind of hard. Let's see if we set this up here. See if this will focus. But it actually gets thinner when you get to these spots where the RTV would be. I measured it with a micrometer and it's like almost a thousandth of an inch thinner. Like here it'll measure 15 thousandths. Here it'll measure 14 thousandths. So maybe I just have to put more RTV on. That's just weird. So guys, I got the oil pan bolted up. Got everything torqued. One thing I learned from an old friend is paint mark all your bolts. And then you'll know if you tightened them or not. If you go back and you see when it's not paint marked, you know you forgot to tighten it. Or if the car comes back, you can tell if they loosened up or somebody touched them. Just a little tip. I'm gonna finish bolting this up. We'll see what happens. Got it all done. Everything's all paint marked. Oh, another thing is I actually have like 2 or 3 customers that come here specifically because I paint mark all the bolts I touch and torque everything with a torque wrench. Even though some people don't torque anything, I torque pretty much everything that has a torque spec. But also, if you do start paint marking them, make sure you paint mark both sides of the bolt. because you could have like the head turn and not the nut, or the nut turn and not the head. So yeah, and like I said earlier, it's real easy to see if you didn't tighten something. But anyways, if this doesn't leak, this will be the end of the video. So I just really cannot believe that the gasket is actually thinner with those spots. You can see how thin that is. Like it's almost even with the metal, and it just gets really thick. Anyway guys, I'm just trying to keep this video as short as possible. See you later. Just pulled her out of the shop, and it's driven. So I'm guessing it's the rear main seal. That is bad.